Hello, what is up everybody? Dave Maguire here today. Today I'm going to tell you guys how you can calculate your YouTube earnings, but it's going to give you a more accurate number, but then we're also going to show you how you can go ahead and calculate and see how much you're earning after cuts are taken from it, and cuts are taken from both YouTube and your network. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I went ahead and I sat down for like 15 minutes yesterday, making sure all my math and stuff was done right. Alright, so the first thing you might want to know is your CPM, which is your cost per mil, or 1,000. Very rarely you'll see it written as CPT, but I have seen it written as CPT a few times. So here we're going to want to get our CPM, our estimated monetized playbacks. Alright, but first, so if you come over here, you can see that our monetized playbacks is 76, and you're actually going to want to take that divided by 1,000 to see how many units. I like to call them units just so I can have an idea, and then this will help you calculate. As you can see, if you take that number times your CPM, this is for February, it's $6.55. So if you take that $6.55, you'll see that's 49 cents and then like 78th of a cent. So as you can see here, YouTube actually rounds it up to 50. I gave you a slightly more exact number, for what your YouTube revenue is going to look like. But basically, YouTube's actually going to go ahead and round that up when they're sending anyways. But again, if you just want a more exact, clean cut, it's an estimate, it's not exact, but it's definitely more exact than what YouTube does. Now you're going to want to figure out what your real estimate is. Now YouTube will always take 45% of your ad rev, no matter what the size of your channel is. Whether you're PewDiePie or me, they're going to take 45%. Your network, on the other hand, that just depends on your contract and the size of your channel. Now for our network, Freedom, from the channel that I'm calculating, takes 30%. On the Channel 1 TV channel, this channel that I'm putting this on, I still have a 60-40 split with them. So basically I would just change that number to 40. Now if you don't know how to do these, how to minus percentages, that's completely fine. You can literally take a number into Google and subtract it by a percentage. So if you open up your Google Chrome bar, I can literally take 45 minus 7%, and it'll give me a 45. That once you take away 7% of 45, it's $41.85. And then you take that number minus the other one for your calculations. And I was able to calculate that I made 19 cents. It might come out around to 20. Again, this isn't accurate. It could balance out 2 or 3 cents each way. If you're in the hundreds or whatnot, it could balance out $2 or $3 each way. It really just depends on how much your channel's making at the time of you estimating it. That will vary how much it's making. But go ahead and look at your analytics. It'll tell you your playback CPM. Your CPM is based off a lot of things. Your CPM can vary based on your location, can vary based on the time of year, and it can also vary based on the time and content, or size and content of your channel. So PewDiePie is probably going to have a higher CPM than I do, because obviously he's a huge channel, and advertisers actually might want to advertise on him, whereas me, they're not really going to see my channel. It's not something that sticks out to them. This is just stuff that YouTube puts out. Let's go ahead and calculate revenue for one of PewDiePie's videos. And YouTube actually only has a serve rate for advertisements of 40%. So only 40% of your video views, give or take depending on ad block, are actually made up, are actually advertisable. So we're gonna go ahead and get 40% of this. So We're gonna subtract 40%. Alright, so that's that number right there. Go ahead and copy that. Now again, now that we have that number, what we'll do is we'll take that number divided by 1,000. So let's come down here, paste that in. Oh, I'll just have to type that number in. So that is 1,535,000. Yeah, 1,535,000. Alright, so 1,535. 1,535. I do apologize. Oops. 535 and 937. So 937. Now we're going to take that divided by 1,000. Now I don't actually know what PewDiePie's CPM is, so I'm actually going to go ahead and do this estimate based off my $6.55 CPM. Again, he probably has maybe a $15, $20 CPM. His CPM would be higher if he was still in the Preferred Partners program, but as a lot of you may know, YouTube cut him off from the Preferred Partners program after some actions that he did on his channel. So 535, 937 divided by 1,000, and that's going to give me 1,535 units. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take that 1,535 and times it by $6.55. Alright, so we're going to take this number, 1,535 times $6.55. That number is 54 and 25 cents. And again, we're gonna go ahead and take this number and 054.25. We're gonna actually go ahead and subtract YouTube's cut, and we're also going to subtract a network cut. Actually, we're not going to subtract a network cut this time, just since PewDiePie actually is not with Maker Studios anymore. So if we take this number minus 45%, that video made about $5,529. $5,529. So 5,000. Is that 529? 529. $529. So as you can see here, this is a rough estimate. It could be more, it could be less. It's probably more. He probably has a higher CPM. But basically, this is how you can calculate or get a rough idea of how much people are actually making from their videos. It's actually, this sounds about right. And again, he's PewDiePie. He's the biggest channel on YouTube. So it's expected for him to make, you know, 2, 3, 4, sometimes even 5, 6 grand a video. It's just what you expect. If he's making 30 videos a day, or 30 videos a month, you take this times 30. Now again, some are going to be more and some are going to be less, but if you take that number times 30, that's about what he's going to be making a month on average. Again, like I said, it's basically based off of 8.7. Is that a period or is that a comma? What is it? It is a period. I know some currencies do that. I put that number in, and nope, that is a. Well, that is 587. Wow, guys, I do apologize for that. I need to move a comma over. Sorry about that. Comma. So as you can see, PewDiePie is making about $1 million a month. Again, I just wanted to go ahead, get a rough estimate for that, give you guys a little bit of a taste of what I was doing yesterday. Again, it can get very, very confusing, so you just have to watch out. and be careful with what you're doing. I'll actually go ahead and put this file in the description box below so you guys can look at it. Well, if I don't forget, anyways. But yeah, this has been David Maguire, founder and CEO of Channel 1 TV. If you have any question about YouTube, YouTube revenue, how YouTube works, YouTube Red, YouTube Super Chat, if you have any questions about anything, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. You can also find me on Twitter at MaguireDavid, so just go ahead, shoot me up there, and I'll try to get back to you. Or if I think it's an important enough question, I might even make a video addressing that question. But if you haven't already, make sure to slap that like button and subscribe. Stay safe, and I say, peace out.